how the IRS has been used as a political targeting tool against Americans. Want to make an impact for liberty while getting paid with both gas and housing covered? Check out the Young Americans for Liberty campaign trail program at yaliberty.org/FA and jump headfirst into the liberty movement. And thank you to galactera.com. Refresh your mind with their cannabinoid gummies and tinctures and get 30% off by using the discount code FA at checkout. When President Biden signed off on the Inflation Reduction Act, and enabled the IRS to hire some 87,000 more employees, the question of whether those employees would be used for political targeting became a serious question. The IRS has a long history of being used as a political tool for those in power, going back to Franklin D. Roosevelt using the IRS to go after personal enemies. Roosevelt had the finances of his political opponent Huey Long investigated by the IRS in 1934 to derail Long's campaign. FDR also used the IRS to target vocal critics, such as newspaper magnate William Randolph Hearst and Canadian-American Catholic priest Charles Edward Coughlin. FDR went after Hearst for critiques made of him in Hearst's newspaper, the New York American, and after Coughlin for voicing criticisms of FDR's New Deal on Coughlin's radio show, Golden Hour of the Shrine of the Little Flower. John F. Kennedy created an ideological organizations audit project to investigate some 10,000 conservative tax-exempt groups, such as the American Enterprise Institute and the Christian Anti-Communist Crusade. Nixon created an IRS auditing unit called the Special Services Staff to politically target anti-war activists and anyone perceived to be an enemy to his objectives. Presidents were not alone in the use of the IRS as a political tool of persecution, as the FBI also used the IRS to target Americans under their COINTELPRO program, a propaganda program against the American public at large. The FBI, under the direction of J. Edgar Hoover, used the IRS to investigate Martin Luther King Jr., and his not-for-profit, the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. The FBI also used information gained from the IRS to target donors and scare off future support. In the mid-1970s, the Senate Church Committee, a committee investigating the covert actions of the FBI and CIA, discovered that the FBI had obtained some 200 tax returns for political targeting. Most of those returns involved financial information on Black civil rights groups and anti-war activists. The IRS's use as a political tool is not something limited to the 20th century either. President Barack Obama's administration came under scrutiny when it was revealed in 2013 that the IRS had been selectively auditing conservative groups, especially those involved in the Tea Party movement since 2010. A criminal probe into this activity was conducted by the FBI and several lawsuits were filed over the disproportionate treatment. The Trump Justice Department later settled 2 of the lawsuits, one of which was on behalf of 428 groups, and the other on behalf of 41 groups. The settlement involved payment of $3.5 million and an official admission of wrongdoing from the IRS in 2017. Whether the IRS continues to be neutral is yet to be seen, as only time will tell if those in power will use their audits with prejudice. What we do know for now is that the IRS remains a tool of oppression against everyone, even when the audits are not conducted in a politically biased manner. Special thank you to all my fiduciaries: CJRoasting.com Organic Fair Trade Coffee, Galactera.com Premium Cannabinoids, Zach Lakowski, Beto Distrafa, Crawford K. McDonald of Taggart Atlantic Healthcare, Agorist Nexus, and Young Americans for Liberty. Help me produce more quality content and receive special perks for your monthly support by joining my Patreon or Subscribestar membership pages. See you soon! Yes, please! Voicing criticisms of FDR's New Deal on Coughlin's radio show, Golden Hour of the Shrine of the Little Flower.